Hi, I'm Peyton. I'm 11 years old and I'm from Indonesia.
Hi, I'm Alessa. I'm 10 years old and I'm from Singapore.
We would like to present our business, Meow, a hand for a paw. So during the pandemic, I was really bored, having lockdown and all. So I started feeding some of the stray cats in my neighborhood. And that's when I noticed how many of them there were. The problem. So there are so many stray cats in the world who need clean food, water, healthcare, and shelter. And I've personally actually adopted quite a few cats, 8 in fact, but there are still so many out there and they all need our help. That's why we need to that's why we need your support to help us help them.
This is our solution. Since all of these poor cats need our help, we've decided to create an app for them. It can provide some necessities like clean food and basic health care. This app could be entertaining for you and a great way for the stray cats. So how does this app work? Meowmates lets you track street cats around you. The app has multiple memberships available for customers to buy after downloading the app, unlocking new features to use and help the stray cats, such as feeding them and helping them with medical issues. In this case, our value proposition is simply joy and satisfaction. Knowing that you have saved precious lives brings pure joy to you, doesn't it? Currently, there are no other competitors doing the exact same thing, which makes us the first and most unique. There are a few other services like traditional shelters and rescue services. Our target market is cat lovers. We know that they adore these little felines and will try to help them as much as they can. Or perhaps anyone who wants to support cats and our service.
Revenue model. So how are we going to make profit out of this? Well, customers who would like to support the stray cats or our business could pay for different memberships to unlock new features in the app. There are a few different memberships that our customers can buy. Kitten, which is $5 to $10 a month. And this feature lets you feed a random cat. So it unlocks a random feeder around the area so that any nearby cats have a chance to have a meal once every day. And you get a weekly picture of highlights from the cats. Premium is $20 a month. This membership lets you e-foster a cat that you choose, a tracking collar, and feed it any food of your choice for an additional fee, and weekly pictures of the chosen cat. Then there's pay per feed. You can select the feeder location to unlock and feed the cats for just $1 per feed. Another feature is to donate. It lets you donate to our rescue efforts. Any amount is accepted. And we could also have sponsor or crowdfunding of medical funds such as vaccine surgeries, medicine, spaying, and neutering. We could also have advertisements on closely related businesses such as pet food, vets, grooming services, medicine, pet shops. They could all pop up on our app as well. Prototypes. So as you can see, the first one to the left-hand side is when you open our app, it shows our logo and our app name to remind you that this is our business. And the second one is a showcase of what the premium membership looks like. The pin icon shows where the chosen cat currently is. And third, on the premium membership, you can see the data from the cat that has been chosen, showing where it was last seen, when it's last fed, and color information. And the last one to the right-hand side is the offers on the memberships. So there are different ones that people can buy and prototypes. So this is a rough picture of what the tracking devices may look like. It is a GPS that is attachable to a normal cat collar. That's all. Thank you for listening. We hope you like our pitch. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
Yeah, thank you for all the cutie cats. They are really cute. I just, have you ever wondered how much labor and manpower it will take? Because the more people adopt the cats, right, it means that you have more work to be done. That means someone needs to do the work, right? The actual feeding. So who's going to do it? Is it volunteers? So are you running this organization as a non-profit, or is it a social enterprise, or is it like pure profit where you're going to make money from the cats?
I think that it could be nonprofit, but maybe in the memberships you could have a little bit that we gain profit from for us. And then we could have like volunteers maybe, but I was thinking of having automatic feeders so that it would be easier for us.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe just another idea, girls, since you're already developing the app, you might want to also offer this to maybe some pet parents, right? I mean, people who really own pets, right? Because it's not just about monitoring the strays, but like, cats being cats, right? Some of them some are domesticated cats, but they still like to roam free, right? So besides, maybe it's another tracking way, and also to monitor their well-being as well, since you're already extending the help to strays. So it's like if you extend the app to pet owners, then maybe by the way, it's a 1-for-1 or 1-for-2 something, for example, and then they also then adopt a cat, for example. But because people who already have pets, likely they will pay a lot more than just to track the stray cats, for example. Yeah, so just an idea. Yeah, but can I assume that both of you love cats? Okay, good job, thank you.
Ethan, over to you. Sorry, Naman.
Okay, perfect.
And I hope that's okay, Ethan.
It's fine, it's fine. Perfect. Thank you. So excellent presentation, girls. I really like the idea. Okay. It's like you are really looking forward to help the cats. Now, what I would like to know more in detail, like how are you planning? Like, for example, if you plan it at your local environment or area, it's easy because let's say that since you have adopted 8 cats, you're feeding nearby, maybe you can tell your friends and family. Let's say that how this impact can reach to me, which is, let's say, a continent away.
Well, maybe if this one is successful, we could have other places too.
So like you're planning to expand by which means? Like,
yes.
Okay. Did you develop any strategy how you can kind of add more people? Because it will, as Nicole pointed out, that it will require a lot of manpower and labor. Okay. And if I ask you, did a research on how many cats there are exactly in your nearby area?
Sorry?
How many cats are there in your nearby area?
Well, since I live in a pretty small area, I think there'd be roughly maybe 100-ish.
And in how much area we are talking about? 100 cats in?
Maybe 10 kilometers.
10 kilometers, 100 cat. Okay. And did you check on the cost of the food that may come or may occur?
Well, it was pretty, for the collars, since it was just a small GPS, it didn't cost too much.
Okay, can I categorize that GPS cost will be, let's say, a capital that you have put in, okay, once set, and then done. But in order to maintain the cats, you will require a lot of other things, like for example, fooding. Okay, you will require regular medical care. Have you thought of those cost and all?
Yes, so I was thinking of having some crowd sponsors where a crowd could just donate some money in order to get enough money for us to help maybe like groom the cats or pay for its medical bills.
Okay. And how will you reach this app to the cats? Because let's say that you can reach out to us because we understand you, but how will a cat know that you are helping them out?
Actually, that was one of the problems I came across because some of the cats here have been like abused really badly. So maybe like feeding them quite a lot because that's how I got my cats. I just fed them every day and they trust me now.
Okay. Okay, good idea. But if you see, this is like a real problem because the cats don't understand English, so it will be very difficult to convince them. Okay. And like, for example, if I know some cats are like, this is like, I did not had a personal experience, but sometimes they they may harm a child or they may harm a person. So how would you encounter, like, for example, if I am a person, I got harmed by the cat and I go and sue you in the court, what will happen then?
Well, I could try to explain, I guess.
All right. Anyways, excellent presentation. Okay. Like think about these things because these are real social problems. And it's not just for a village area anymore. Like in urban areas also, there are a lot of street dogs, a lot of street cats. So it's very important to keep that ecosystem intact. So I'm happy that you are thinking about it. It's very tricky because not all people like animals. Like they might like the cats or they might like the dogs, some even like snakes. So it's a very big problem. Okay. So think about it. It's very well. Okay. Like you're thinking on it. Okay. All the best for it.
Over to you, Ethan.
Thanks. Sorry, I got super excited by this as well, and I can see that you guys are too. But I just want to, like, this is the stray cat that ends up sleeping on my desk all the time. Her name is Toothless, and she has 100% become a home cat now. So I agree with you, Peyton. You pay them, they will come, or you feed them and they will come. But Toothless has definitely taken over my life in that sense. I think it's a great idea. I do think that thinking about the costs, like Naman was talking about, and like Nicole was talking about, the marketing, how to get it out there, were my two key questions as well. How are those going to be really integrated together to make sure that this is as successful as, for instance, adopting 8 cats as you have? Because I think if more people are able to do that, the number of stray cats that we'll potentially have will reduce. But even then, the cats who are stray might not look as scraggly. They might actually have a better quality of life as compared to anything else. Toothless, for instance, like disappears at night. And I don't know where she goes, but by about 4 a.m., she's like crawling back through some window. I don't know how she gets up there, but she manages somehow. And is happy to come into the house for the entire day again. So it's a bit of a mix. But if you can think about the cost and marketing, that's again my main point as well. But other than that, I think the idea is absolutely admirable, and I'm very, very happy to be able to support something like that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. You did a wonderful job. And you've really made all of us think about how we can help around our communities. I think all the judges will agree with that.